YouTube, this is a guitar I was wiring up the other day. I'm about to take the strap's too short, so I'm playing it a bit high. I don't think the strap came on. I think it was one I found lying on the floor, the one that I never used for anything because it's just not quite long enough. So here is a custom made guitar. This is belongs to Burger Bob. Sorry, I keep calling you Burger Bob, but I'm not really that sorry. I think it's funny. Makes great burgers, hence Burger Bob. Yes, so what looks like a Les Paul. I'm not sure whether this is a modified kit or whether it's been built from scratch. Not really sure. The wiring was chaos in it. It had been wired. It's got the Jimmy Page wiring, so it's got 4 push-pull pots, which you saw me fighting about. I spent all day Sunday trying to make what was in there work. It was an absolute mess. It was horrendous. So I basically just ripped it all out and did it all again, which I should have done. Didn't take that long to do. I should just have done that to start with. So that was my fault. So they had it before with these ones as the bridge controls and these as the thingy controls. There was also some positions. If you're doing the Jimmy Page wiring, the most common diagram that you find, you look at it, you go, oh, that's what I've got there, right? That's got a series parallel switch in it. You can't have a series parallel switch if you're using a normal one of these. There's an extra tab on the one in the picture. It doesn't say anything about it, but it means what happens is you end up, it kind of works as a kill switch as well, so it's like, I don't like that. So I've just ditched the series parallel wiring. Instead, I've got a blower switch, it's called, which whatever you're doing with coil splits and all that stuff, you push this button in and it just gives you the humbucker and the bridge with a volume and a tone. It uncoil splits it and it unphases it and all that stuff. So basically, you can have like a complex jazz tone and then bang, bridge solo. At least that's the plan anyway. So this was actually advertised as having Wilkinson pickups in it, which it might have. They don't say Wilkinson on the back of them, but they are very loud pickups. I had to turn the amp down so it's the same volume as it was before, but it was much louder than whatever the last guitar I was playing was. Anyway. Yeah, so perfectly in tune, maybe not. Better. Yes, so it's been, whether it started off as a Les Paul, don't know. So yeah, the Les Paul, but it's very, very, very curved and thin. And look at the back. So there's your solid maple top, which you get these big massive bits gouged out it for I assume weight relief. So you get a solid, nice big chunky mahogany body with these bits gouged out for. It's got to be weight relief. It's quite small. It's also very. You can see here it's quite. Although it looks like a Les Paul, it doesn't really feel that much like one. It doesn't have the weight to it. It's got a really small headstock with a straighter string pull than normal. I'm not really that keen on the way it's been painted in the back. Doesn't look fantastic, but we're getting there. So if we're messing about with the controls, so we've got bridge pickup, then you can coil split it. This strap's too short. Neck pickup. Split. Then if you put both of them split, which is always one of my favourite sounds of. And then this phases them, so when you're in the mid position, it reverses the neck pickup. Which I always like the phase sound, especially with the single coils. Makes it sound like an acoustic sort, doesn't it? So now we're in phased, but they're both humbuckers. Back to normal. Rap pedal. So single coil on the neck. Now about this other, this is the blower switch that puts you straight onto the bridge humbucker. So currently we're in. Oh, now so now we've got single coil and out of phase for the thinnest sound it's got. And then this will just blow it to the pitch pickup. So yeah, it's funny. It's amazing how, like, I kind of thought it was going to be quite good, but it's amazing how just like sorting the nut and making the electrics work has turned it into actually quite a good guitar. A wee bit of setup. The action on it was away up here, and it's like because the nut was cut too low on one of the strings, so it farted out on the D string. So basically sorting the nut. I just get the impression that someone's had a go at trying to fix it when they didn't actually know what they were doing. It's like, oh, it's buzzing. Raise the action up. So yeah, it's not buzzing anymore, but your action's an inch. Like, but now it's actually playing quite well. It does have a satin feeling neck. I kind of want to run over it with really fine sandpaper, get it a bit smoother. It kind of feels a bit unfinished, really. It's actually quite a bit. It's a very pretty thing, and this whole weight relief thing does seem to bring it in. I mean, I wouldn't have said it was a light guitar actually. This is only part one of this video, by the way. I'm about to go over to Scott's for a what's in the bag, so we'll talk about it a bit more there. This is really just meant to be a really short video. So what we're coming in at? We're coming in at 3.975. See, I mean, it's not light. One can only assume that with those the bits that have been cut out, these scoops on the back must make it a bit lighter. But I mean, it's under 4 kilograms, which I suppose counts as being reasonable. I tend to think that 3.5 is averagey for a guitar. Once you start getting more than 4, it starts being heavy, and lighter than 3, it becomes very light. So it's kind of, it's in the ballpark. It's not as heavy as a Les Paul, and it just generally a little bit more. It's like one of your, is it a Nighthawk, a Gibson Nighthawk or something like that? That's kind of almost this way. I think it's got a funny shaped pickup, but it's this sort of idea where you've got sort of a Les Paul, but a bit less chunky, a bit more streamlined. Set neck. I'd say that was a mahogany neck as well. That's a rather nice junction. Maybe this is the hand sanding aspect of it. So I think that this is hand built, but it might have been a kit to start out with. Well, no, because they must have cut out these slots before the cap went on, because you can see it's a solid cap. You can see from the back it's a maple cap. Yeah, it's like, so it is a solid piece of not laminate maple top. Yeah, so just a quick video there. This will be a up at Scott's What's in the Bag thing tomorrow night or something. So I will see you tomorrow night, and on for the live stream on Sunday again. I'll be on the bucky again. I don't have a choice. I fixed Ivor's guitar, and he gave me a bottle of bucky yesterday, so I've got to drink it. Be rude not to. Rock on. Catch you later.